Hello, bruvs. We're back with more books. New book arrivals, and let's get going with it. Hillbilly Elegy, another copy I have. So this one I've listed for sale. Other first edition. Unfortunately, not signed. I may actually read a chapter of this on the channel, but I doubt it. Not a particular fan of J.D. Vance. He seems like a socialist to me, but that's just me. Milquetoast socialist Republican. Then again, most people, including Trump, are socialist. They're socialist light, but they're socialist. And I'm against the socialists, obviously, because I'm amazing. We gather together the story of Thanksgiving, Ralph and Adeline Linton. It's kind of a scarce book. It's mostly, there's about 20 copies available online, $25, $30 range. But this is really interesting because it goes back to the ancient traditions and mythology and all that, harvest festivals of the old world. We'll be reading this one for Thanksgiving coming up. The pumpkin. Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, I'll be reading this. The various and far-flung elements which have combined to produce that great American holiday, Thanksgiving, are brought together for the first time in this book. I've quite the growing library on holidays. Let's get my ghost in here. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good, boo. Oh. Bought a new bench too, bruv, but that's not for here now or later. JD, you go over here, bruv. I don't know if you say that Deidre, how you say it. Let me see if that makes it better. Get a little light on there, even though it's light out here. A Celtic legend related by David Gard. Illustrations by Gretchen Gard. Obviously, in her 15th year, when Levarcham told the king that Deirdre, is that Deidre or Deirdre? Grew fairer and fairer, so that even the wild creatures of the woods rejoiced, and he announced to his household that when the time of the first graining was over, when that wild rose runs like a flame through the land, he would have Deirdre for his bride and consort. On hearing of this, Deirdre was overcome with sadness. She lost all desire for food. Her sleep was restless and filled with visions. Perhaps we'll read this book too, bruv. I know what year this is. Thurston High School. 1977. What does this correspond with? Woman, this is no common child you are carrying. Within the cradle of your womb cries a girl child with curling gold hair and gentle green eyes of great beauty. Her mouth is a crimson fruit, with a tongue full of sounds sweeter than the wild music of the hills. But out of her beauty will arise a sharp sword to split apart the tree of Ulster. I don't know what the hell it's about. Deirdre's. Another American chiller. The Arctic Anacondas of Alaska. Oh, another signed one too. Chill out, James. I would if I was James, but I'm not, bruv. Yeah, I'll keep buying these. And the fact that they're signed adds to that. Call me crazy, Anne Heche. A lot of people did call you crazy, Anne, when your car crashed and you supposedly burned to death, even though you tried to get out of the gurney that firemen were pushing instead of paramedics, which was very bizarre. And she supposedly was in this car for 45 minutes, burning and suffering smoke inhalation. Something in the story doesn't compute, but I I looked for the actual, because I know when it first happened, there was all kinds of conspiracy theories, but apparently YouTube has put the kibosh on it. And I mean, even this cover alone, her holding her hand over one eye, is then a supposed Illuminati symbology. I don't know, but I never was a fan of this woman. There's something creepy about her, but I do believe something was untoward about her death. And I'm sure something's untoward about these folks' deaths and anyone's son. A true story. Robert Roche. I really don't like this. Take this damn. There we go. Take the damn thing off. Take it off. Roberta, is that Roberta? Yeah, Roberta Roche with Harry Delaroche Jr. The Harry Delaroche family was seemingly the perfect family next door. They were civic-minded churchgoers and seemed to most of their neighbors to be a warm and loving family. Pictures of Harry Jr. and his younger brothers, Ronnie and Eric, playing ball in Scouts uniforms beside the Christmas tree could have been taken from our own family albums. Yet, on a Thanksgiving weekend, the entire family was murdered except for Harry Jr., who was eventually convicted for 4 first-degree murders. Maybe I will pair this book up with the Thanksgiving book. Wouldn't that be a lovely holiday warmer? What do you think? Let's do it. And Thanksgiving actually does hold some sentimental value for me, since my child was conceived on the Thanksgiving weekends, holiday weekend, or thereabouts. So, isn't that lovely? My poor dear child, who will not respond to my text for the last 2 days for no reason. Everything and Nothing, the Dorothy Dandridge tragedy. Dorothy Dandridge and Earl Conrad. Is Dorothy. In Everything and Nothing, Dorothy Dandridge, our first black movie star, describes the effects of segregation more movingly than more militant black writers will ever do, for she tells of her own heartbreaks caused by social prejudice that lies too deep to be touched by civil rights legislation. A poor, hungry child, Miss Dandridge rose to fame as an actress and singer. Hollywood producers, society wasps, a Brazilian financier, even gangsters adored her. I only bought it because when I looked up the book, which I'd never heard of before, someone getting killed down the street? No, only wishful thinking. Please don't start riding your big wheels down the street. That's what it sounds like. When I looked this book up, I could only find newer editions, so I grabbed the vintage copy. Once in a Great City, a Detroit story by David Moranis. Oh no, is this... I see this, looks like fucking Diana Ross or someone. It's 1963 and Detroit seems on top of the world. I believe this is like a fiction novel, isn't it? Unlike the non-fiction novels. One of America's most illustrious historians captures a great American story. Is this novel or is this fiction? I mean, non-fiction. Elegiac and richly detailed, unconscious of boom years, a former hometown with novelistic ardor. All I want to know if it's a fucking novel or not. I don't understand people that write these novels. Is this a novel? I would have bought it anyway, but includes biographical references. Guessing it's a history book. Don't like that it's all marked up, but Motor City, Mad Men, Motown, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Supremes. Yeah, sure. Astute. Never seen the book before, but it looks like a damn history book on Detroit. And since I'm from the area, I got it. Probably would have got this regardless of the fact that it's signed and scarce book. The only apparent biography on Bob Seger. Turn the page. Don't look at my fucking credit card. Doesn't have the number, but Jesus Christ, yeah, it does. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Hopefully that didn't show through that. To Kevin from someone. We'll see if it showed my card on there. If it did, I'll have to redo the video. But that's Bob Seger. The Notion of Sin, Robert McLaughlin. Normally I wouldn't have bought the book, but it had a dust jacket and it looks interesting. And I'm reading the book Seven Deadly Sins right now, so I should be reading it, but I'm doing this malarkey instead. But yeah, Robert McLaughlin. I like the cover. Robert, he's a little bit unlikable, but A Rip in Heaven, a memoir of murder and its aftermath. Jeannie Cummins. What is this about, bruv? 60 cents, but it was only 30 since it was half off day. A Rip in Heaven is Janine Cummins' story of a night in April 1991 when her cousins Julie and Robin Carey and her brother Tom were assaulted on the old Chain of Rocks Bridge, which spans the Mississippi River just outside St. Louis. When after a harrowing ordeal, Tom managed to escape the attackers and flag down help, he thought the nightmare would soon be over. He couldn't have been more wrong. Tom, his sister Janine, and their entire family were just at the beginning of a horrific odyssey through the aftermath of a violent crime, a world of shocking betrayal, endless heartbreak, and utter disillusionment. It was a trial by fire from which no family member would emerge unscathed. I believe I may have a copy of that, but I don't know. Looked like a new edition. History. Columbus called them Indians because his geography was faulty, but that name, and more importantly, the images it has come to suggest have endured for 5 centuries, not only obscuring the true identity of the original Americans, but serving as an ideological weapon in their subjugation. The White Man's Burden, or The White Man's Indian, Robert F. Burkhofer Jr. Images of the American Indian from Columbus to present. I was going to get it last week, but I figured I'd wait till it was half off day, which is the last Tuesday in every month, to get it, and I did for 30 cents instead. This book I wasn't so lucky to get for 30 cents, but I got it for 50. And I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I did. Shouldn't have bought it because it really has nothing to do with anything to do with my life or region. I ain't fucking with this sticker right now. Thundergate, the Forts of Niagara. Obviously, I have nothing to do with Niagara Falls, bruv. Me and my sticker. Lust or hatred, one of the two. Obviously, it's about the Forts of Niagara. Guess it is in the Great Lakes region. This book has some value, but no copies have sold on eBay anytime soon. So I basically just have a paperweight that's possibly worth $10. A Stillness at Appomattox, Bruce Catton. I now have about 6 or 7 Bruce Catton Civil War books, and probably should sell them, but whatever. It's vintage. Doubt it's 53, but I could be wrong. It might be 53. Man, it might be 53 or 54. See if I get this sticker off without a. Why can't you just put these like on the page edges or something? Such a disaster on a frickin' dust jacket. That ain't right. We do it so you get half off. You never give me half off anything. Well, except on the half off days. See, now it's going to leave a snail trail of sticker residue. Which, if you're careful, you can get it off. Trust me, I've done this so many times, it's ridiculous. But this, as you can see, is going to cause some matting on the jacket now. Sons of bitches. And if you rub it with your finger, it makes it worse. Just stop doing it, people. I guess it comes right off. Shows you how much I know. I've done this. I'm an expert. You're an idiot. Don't tell me I'm an idiot, buddy. Listen to the hot rod. What a fucking joke. I got a hot rod, buddy. I think dumber than a hot rod is a motorcycle. Listen to this buffoon. Please get some trains going here. Winner of the 54 Distinguished Awards book. Yeah, still not said Appomattox. I can make some money off that, I will. Although I need a new computer to make any money since Hot Rod's still driving around. Oh, he's over there. If he drives by, I'll show him. Jesus Christ, dude. I hope his engine blows up. Got new kittens sitting out there. You see him right there? It's right under the bush there. Ghost can see him. The king of the Celts, Arthurian legends and Celtic tradition. Or is it Celts when you call them, when you say it that way? I'm really gonna be pissed if my credit card number's in there. I don't really know much about King Arthur, to be honest. In this lively and important book, Jean Marchal places King Arthur at the center of a brilliant revisioning of Celtic culture and history. The Road to Serfdom by F.A. Heche. Text and documents the definitive edition. I mean, we've reached serfdom again. People don't want to believe we're heading towards economic apocalypse, but it's soon going to be. Or once the American financial system crashes, we will be done for. I mean, they basically surfed us out through inflation and usury, taking probably, what do you figure, 90% of the dollar's value and turned it into a fucking turd. But hey, we're free. You're not free at all. You got nothing. And the rights you had are gone. We can have our cannabis though, buddy. Okay, enjoy that. Hopefully they have cannabis gulags. Oh, this cat's gonna get this squirrel. Look at this shit. Get him, kitty. Oh! He almost got him. Did you see that? That was fucking brilliant. Cat got scared and jumped at the end, or he would have took him down. I don't know if the cat's really trying to kill him. I think he was just trying to play. An unimpeachable classic work in political philosophy, intellectual and cultural history, and economics, the road to serfdom has inspired and infuriated politicians, scholars, and general readers for half a century. Heretical for its passionate warning against the dangers of state control over the means of production. I mean, it's already happened. People don't understand. I know, understand they want to call the orange man a fascist, but the entire system that they're clamoring for is completely fascist, where government controls business, which in turn is basically socialism. Though fascism is probably more a tyrannical socialism, which socialism is anyway, because it always devolves into communism, where more control must be wrested from the imbecile population. But yeah, that's it. I don't care. I'm hoping for gulags. Goodbye, bruv. Goodbye.